Howdy. It is Independence Day in Finland, 105 years old. But that's about it, what I'm gonna tell you about that thing. Because I want to talk about earthquakes. Yes. So, we are in Sweden, Uppsala, Sweden. One user report from a 3.0 magnitude earthquake. One report. Vibrating house. So we might have to check out a little bit what's in the vicinity of that. The quake happened somewhere here. It's a rather strong earthquake for Scandinavian countries. And the thing is, there is a facility not too far from the quake. And it is the Forsmark nuclear power plant. There's even something about it in Wikipedia. Forsmark nuclear power plant is a nuclear power plant in Forsmark, Sweden. Ah, yes, okay. That provides 14% of Sweden's total electricity output and also the site of the Swedish final repository for radioactive operational waste. It is operated by a company mainly owned by Vattenfall. Waterfall. The radiation monitors at Forsmark were the first outside the Soviet Union to detect the elevated radiation levels resulting from Chernobyl disaster in April 1986, over 1,000 kilometers away, forcing the Soviet government to publicly acknowledge it after 2 days of them trying to cover it up. Forsmark NPP has 3 boiling water reactors. Yes, I won't read the whole thing. You can check it out. Other facilities west of Forsmark nuclear power plant is the static inverter of the Fennosken HVDC connector between Sweden and Finland. Do we have any map here? Fennoskan HDC power line running over Turku-Pori route in Finland. Unlike a 3-phase AC power transfer, only 2 wires instead of 3 are required. In addition to the lighting protection wires, which on the Finnish side serve as electrode line. Alright. The ground electrode in Finland is situated near Rantala. From there, an overhead electrode line on wooden poles runs first in northeast, then in northern direction until Ruokalho, where it meets the overhead line with 2 high voltage conductors. From Ruokalho to Rauma static inverter plant, the electrode line is fixed on a small crossbar above the high voltage conductors of Fennosken and serves as ground conductor. In opposite to a normal ground conductor, it is mounted on insulators equipped with surge aerators. Yeah, whatever that means, I'm not an engineer or whatsoever. Yes, but that's rather interesting. There is not only a power plant, Yeah, this doesn't help too much. Let's go back to Google Earth. That's not Google Earth. This is Google Earth. Yes, we have the nice pictures still. We have to watch the pictures. Nuclear power plant in Sweden. With a nuclear waste facility, nuclear waste storage facility. And a possibly very important connection to Finland. Swedish nuclear fuel and waste warehouse. No pictures. No data. Is there any? No. There is. Tillsammans tar vi hand om framtiden. Together we take care of the future. We use cookies. Really? Condition review for expanded SFR. Tomorrow, November 29th, the next step in the permit review for the expansion of the final repository for short-lived radioactive waste, SFR, begins in the Land and Environmental Court in Nacka. Since the government's decision in December 2021 on permits according to the Nuclear Technology Act and admissibility according to the Environmental Code, the matter has gone back to the Land and Environmental Court, which will now set conditions according to the Environmental Code, and the Radiation Safety Authority, which decides on permit conditions according to the Nuclear Technology Act and Radiation Protection Act. In March 2022, SKB submitted documentation to the Land and Environment Court for the continued conditional review according to the Environmental Code. And the referral period for these expired at the end of June. SKB responded to the referral body's views on the proposed conditions in September, and now it is time for the conditions negotiation, after which the court determines the conditions in the judgment. The hearing runs from November 29th to December 1st and is held in the court of Nacka. In addition to the conditions for the expansion of the SFR, the issues of SKB seawater extraction will also be examined by the court. SKB has applied to be allowed to extract seawater in order to ensure that there is enough water to use during the expansion and continued operation of the SFR. This is because access to fresh water is limited in the municipality, something that Osthammar municipality has brought forward during the permit process. Yeah, you cannot cool a nuclear facility with salt water. This might be either the storage facility, which I think it is. Menu. This is SKB. Our mission financing our work with us. Facilities in operation. Calendar. Research and technology. Is there anything interest? No. For laboratory. Social research theme page for researchers. No. Not really. 50 years with SKB. This year, SKB celebrates its 5th year anniversary. In that time, we have gone from being a handful of people to a company with over 500 employees, which operates nuclear facilities where the Swedish radioactive waste is handled in a safe manner, and which has researched world unique methods for constructing a final repository for spent nuclear fuel. In this film, you will learn more about our 50-year history and how our mission has grown into one of Sweden's largest environmental protection projects. Yeah. 7 minutes. We just might go back to the map. So what's that here? Een slotförvar voor radioactief driftval. Final repository for short-lived radioactive waste. So they built it under the water. Now let's take this map, because then you can see the quake. Which is about 10 kilometers from the facility, which is here. Nuclear power plant, nuclear waste storage facility, and also this kind of, what is it? Electricity connection to Finland. Which might leave somewhere. But I think that's rather interesting. There's something going on underneath, and they have built a nuclear waste facility not too far off from where we just experienced some quakes. So let's just put on 7 days of quakes and see if there's anything else which has been going on there. So now it has been loading 7 days of quakes. And there isn't too many, but that's a rather strong quake. Magnitude 3 for Sweden is quite much, or for Scandinavia in general. In a way, everything which goes above 2 is in a way already remarkable. Now, as we watch at 7-day quakes, we have action in Groningen, where we have this growing island, one of these islands here. Borkum, it might be Borkum, I'm not too sure about that. One of Norra Tummerplat, I think it's this one. This is growing. So there's maybe something coming out of the ground, you know. And there has been some deeper quake also here, where we had some time ago an earthquake swarm in this forest region. 13 hours ago, 2.3, 13 kilometers in depth, and 2 people have reported on that. 5 days ago, this was a curry blast. Now there is like not too far from that place, there are also some nuclear power plants and stuff like that. So that seems to be an interesting area. There might be a reason why there is forest and not a city. But I think I will leave it here. Except there's one thing I still wanted to show you. Brick, Switzerland. Brick, Switzerland. And planned a geothermal energy plant. I don't know if it's built yet already. There's a thermal bath in the vicinity of the town as well. And there is the Portelsee. And that's a different view from the whole thing. Down here we have Brick. We have some kind of a drainage path which goes to the Portal Lake, which is close to the Portal Horn, which is the peak of the mountain. There is also Portal Glacier, the lake from above. And the lake and its surroundings have a caldera-like shape. And if you watch at the lake itself, it has rather interesting features within its ice. How to put it? Within its ice, which is floating on top of it. And I think because the patterns are like that, it seems that there is water coming from the bottom of the lake and it just pushes it to all sides at the same time. That's why the pattern is like that. So, Brick and Lake Portal is somewhere here. It's sometimes very hard to find. 9 hours ago, 0.8. Not too surprising that there is like water veins beside that quake. The quality is rather bad. So now let's just quickly look out for the Portal Lake. That's one lake. Portal Horn? That's the Portal Lake, I think. Portelsee. I have no idea why it has this strange V at the end, because it doesn't mean anything. And as you can see here on the picture, the quality isn't that good. It could be better. But here, this part of the sediment is rather brown. And then we have maybe a little bit rougher sediments, which are darker. There is a lighter stripe there, and there's another line and another. And again, it seems to be bigger sedimentary deposits. And they have slightly different colors. So they could be remnants of possible eruptions of that lake. Because the stream, which goes down to Brick, it has been creating some rather big flooding back in the days. And now we have a quake there in the vicinity of, it's not, let's check it out. Portal Horn. .7 kilometers approximately from the quake, we have the lake. Quake, lake. 4.7. You cannot really see it because it's in the snow. Now you can see 4.7. That's interesting. Maybe only for me, but I just thought I'd share that. Yeah, there would be a whole bunch of other things still to talk, but I think I'll leave it here. 20 minutes already gone. Nuclear power plants, nuclear waste storage facilities. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's just zoom out and have a look at 7 days earthquake activity in Europe. There's quite something going on, I tell you. You have to really understand that these aren't all the quakes we see, or which are reported. These are only the ones we see. Earthquake filter, 2 hours. So now let's see if there's anything going on La Palma. Let's take 24 hours maybe. Yes. 3 quakes. La Palma. Tenerife. We have Etna going on. We have Vulcano. We have also the Stromboli Vulcano. 19 hours ago, I have been. Yeah. Checking out 3 volcanoes in a row. And every single one of them had some quake activity in the last 24 hours. Vesuvio has rather much, 4 quakes 5 hours ago. 15, 13, and 13. And also Rome got hit, I just noticed before. Where is it? We lost Rome. Here. That's Rome. Goli Albani. 2 hours ago, 2.2 Velletri. 22 kilometers in depth. Many twos in that. Interesting. But I think I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.